This is the sad story of the magnificent 1,500-pound North American bison who served as the inspiration for the United States buffalo nickel, sometimes known as the Indian Head Nickel. The 5-cent coin was designed and sculpted by an American artist named James Earle Fraser in 1911 and featured Black Diamond's likeness on the reverse side. Here's one that was made in 1936. Here's a picture of Black Diamond. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any real pictures of the real Black Diamond. Black Diamond was born in 1893 at the Central Park Zoo in New York City. His parents, a bull and cow, were gifted to the zoo by Barnum and Bailey of the Barnum and Bailey Circus. He weighed in at 1,550 pounds. Black Diamond became one of the most beloved attractions at the zoo. He impressed children and adults alike with his massive stature. You must remember that at that time, most New Yorkers, if not all people from the East Coast, had never seen a North American bison, and they're quite impressive. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but they are impressive. Beautiful creatures, and he was massive. James Earle Fraser lived close to the Central Park Zoo, and in 1911 was just awestruck with Black Diamond, as everyone else was. The coin was minted between 1913 and 1938 and made of copper nickel alloy. Despite his size, Black Diamond was a very docile animal, and he served as an excellent model for artistic interpretation. As Black Diamond aged, he started to have health problems. There are differences in opinion of his age. Some say he was 20 years old, and some sources say that he was 22 years old when he was put up for auction on June 28, 1915. To everyone's surprise, there were absolutely no bids received on this beautiful animal. In due course, Black Diamond was auctioned like cattle and was purchased by A. Sliz and Company, a game and poultry dealer in New York City, for $300 via a private sale, which would be equivalent to about $9,000 today. On November 17th, about 5 months after he was auctioned off to the game and poultry dealer, Black Diamond was slaughtered in New York City. His meat yielded 750 pounds, which were cut into steaks and sold for $2 a pound, which would be the equivalent of approximately $60 a pound in US dollars today. So if you're wondering what happened to the rest of Black Diamond, Fred Santer, a New York taxidermist, preserved Black Diamond's legacy by mounting his head, his beautiful head, and turning his hide into a 13-foot automobile robe, which is the length of an average American bedroom. Automobile robes were a carryover from carriage robes used to keep people warm in horse-drawn carriages, and were then used to keep people warm in open, unheated vehicles. Unfortunately, I could not find out where Black Diamond's head nor his hide are today. So if anyone can find that out, just leave that in the comment section. I'd really be interested to know what happened to him, the rest of him. And these were made of an alloy of nickel and copper, so they wore down quite quickly. As you could see, this one's worn down a lot. So I did some research, and I found this headline from the New York Times dated November 10th, 1915. And it says, "Zoo's big buffalo sold to butcher, Black Diamond, largest of his kind in captivity, will be cut into steaks. Keeper has business head, fearing 20-year-old animal will fall dead. He disposes of him at opportune time." Isn't that sad? Everything was about money. It was very sad. If you're wondering what a moto robe looks like, well, it just so happens that I have one. I have one from the 1920s. This is a stroke moto robe. And this one, of course, is not made of buffalo, but it's made out of horsehair. And these are heavy and nice and long to put over your lap in a cold car. And this was the fate of poor Black Diamond. He was turned into a moto robe. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you ever wondered, when you looked at a buffalo nickel, you probably, like me, just thought that somebody copied a buffalo or a picture of a buffalo, but this is Black Diamond, and that is his story. And I hope you enjoyed it. It's a very, very sad story indeed.